Good afternoon, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for Sunday, September 21, 2025. And in the news this afternoon, Kingston's mayor tours the flood-damaged locations in the corporate area. The Kingston and the St. Andrew Municipal Corporation is coordinating relief and cleanup activities with emergency personnel following yesterday's heavy rains. Several residents and motorists were left marooned on flooded streets, with adjoining properties similarly flooded. Mayor of Kingston, Andrew Swaby, toured several affected locations on Saturday. He said the authorities were working to restore services and clear debris as quickly as possible, highlighting damage to roads and homes in several instances. Following his tour, Mayor Swaby said there are several issues to be addressed, noting that it was critical to reassess the vulnerability of some householders based on their location, while stressing that the KSAMC does not have the capacity or remit to address all the concerns highlighted. He promised that the municipal corporation will collaborate with partners such as the National Works Agency, arising from which an assessment will be done within a few days to give us a comprehensive idea of the cost of the damage.
As a result of yesterday's rain, the CEO, the city engineer, and the parish disaster coordinator, we have been on the road. We have also invited councillors for the respective area, and we have gone to Burger Gully, we have gone to the Barbican area, and we are here now in Jack's Hill, and we are seeing general damages to roads. In the low-lying areas, we have seen damages to people's home, people's furniture, their school, children's school books, and their uniform. They have lost their things. So there's a need to have an assessment as where persons live. We have seen some issues that as a local authority we have to try and address. We don't have the capacity to address everything, but we have been in touch with the NWA. I know the city engineer have called the parish manager, and they have dispatched their team all over Kingston. So an assessment will be done within a few days to give us a comprehensive idea of what the cost of the damage. I know persons are a little bit frustrated, and at times they would have seen their frustration come out because there are situations that have been keep on repeatedly and nothing has been addressed to it. So I understand the pain, but we have explained to them that some of these issues that they are talking to us about is not the responsibility of the KSAMC, but we have a responsibility to carry everybody to the table and so we can solve it.
Beloved Chulani mom gone missing for 20 years. On the morning of November 5, 2005, Janice's mother, diagnosed with early-stage Alzheimer's, walked away from home and disappeared, much to the distress of the 6 surviving of her 7 children. When we left the house that morning, she was there with my nephew. The helper should have come at about the time we were leaving, shortly before 9 a.m., but she did not come until 10 a.m., said Janice. When the helper got there, my nephew was sleeping and my mother was missing. A motorist familiar with the family called one of Janice's sisters to report seeing her mother walking along the main road, something he found unusual. He thought it was strange and wanted to alert us, Janice said. We sent my nephew to look for her, but when he arrived at the spot where she had been seen, she was already gone, and she's never been seen again. Janice can't recall exactly when her mother first began showing signs of dementia, but she remembers that in the early mornings and at nightfall, her mother would often say, "It's time for me to go home." When asked which home she meant, she would respond, Madras in St. Anne, her original hometown. In the early stages, we took her to the doctor, but while the doctor said her condition could not be cured, he gave her medication to keep her calm. The marketer told the news. She did not like one of the medications because she said it made her feel weird, as if she was going to die. Though her mother didn't struggle to recognize her immediate family, she gradually began forgetting her grandchildren. We also noticed that while she remembered the things that happened long ago quite clearly, she was not remembering recent things, said Janice. The disappearance has weighed heavily on the family over the years. Some relatives still find it too painful to talk about, and even after 2 decades, 2 days remain especially difficult: Mother's Day and her mother's birthday. It is not something that we talk about. Even Mother's Day is not the same. None of us care about it. While I have become a mother, I don't care for Mother's Day because it brings out too much pain, she said. Her birthday is the same. We try to remember her birthday, but we don't go deep into remembering it because it is a wound that never heals. As the years pass, Janice is convinced her mother, now 83, has passed away, but she can't shake the image of what she might have looked like today. Every time she's out, she's on the lookout, hoping to spot her mother's face in the crowd. We have thought about just declaring her dead and possibly keeping a funeral to bring closure, but I just cannot bring myself to do that because I am still not yet ready to let go, she said. Today I was watching Auntie Donna program. She was on the street talking to street people. One of the ladies told her, "My name Tats Tats." I look on the lady and me look on the lady, and it looked like my brain wanted to tell me that she looks like my mother. Me say, no, my mother would be older than that now. So you never get over it. You're always on the constant lookout. Before her mother's dementia, Janice remembers her as a devoted, hardworking parent who gave everything for her children. With a father who showed little interest in their well-being, her mother took on the full responsibility of raising 7 children, working domestic jobs to make ends meet, and stretching every dollar to provide for their needs. I only remember my mother washing clothes, getting whitlow, a kind of sore around her fingernail, but she never stopped washing because she needed the money to feed us and to send us to school, said Janice. She joined a partner and she got her draw once a year. It was that money that buy our uniform, school books, and the shoes. My mother was always there for us. The only places that I see her go is church and the supermarket. I know that everybody will say their mother is the best mother, but when I look back at the struggles my mother went through for her children, I have every good reason to say my mother was the best mother of all the mothers out there. While she's slowly coming to terms with the reality that her mother isn't coming back, Janice hopes that sharing her story will help others understand the devastating impact of dementia on a family. The stress, the distress, and the constant ache of uncertainty are pains that never truly fade. We still have our clothes. Me save piece of our hair. Me save that to this day because me say, maybe me can get DNA to prove something one day, said Janice, who has seemingly refused to give up all hope. Some of my siblings cannot bear to talk about my mother's struggles with dementia because it is too difficult for them, but I have decided to speak because in doing so, it is a way of honoring my mother's memory, and in doing so, hopefully, I will be able to bring some amount of comfort to other families who might be going through their own dementia struggles. Guys, thank you for watching. See you this evening at 6 p.m. for another news update.